Hey, how's it going? It's David, and I wanted to welcome you to this very special video case study. This is for a member by the name of Jane. She's a single mom from Australia, and she was able to do, in a short period of just 5 weeks, $20,000 with this program, close to $20,000 in just 5 weeks of getting started. So if you're looking for a way to make money online, and you've been maybe looking for a program that you can plug into, something that's already working, then I want you to pay really close attention to this case study. And at the end of it, if this is a good match for you, then I want you to click the button below and actually check out the system. So with that being said, enjoy the case study. Here we go. Welcome everyone to this incredible case study we're about to share with you. My name is David Dekel, and I'm here with Jane from Australia, and Jane is a member who's just joined literally 5 weeks ago or so, and she's had phenomenal results, and she's been gracious enough to agree to come and do this call to help those of you who are potentially on the fence about joining the program. You're not sure, you want to make money online, but you haven't found the right program. So with that being said, I want to turn it over to Jane right now. So Jane, welcome first of all to the call. I appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, David.
And why don't
It's
you tell us a
amazing
little bit
to,
about
yeah,
yourself and kind of who you are, where you're from, and just so the listeners can get a little sense of who you are.
yeah. Okay, so I want to thank you very much, first of all, for having me on, and it's a real surprise and a real blessing. And I also want to thank you so much for your intelligence of putting together an amazing business system for us. So that's just incredible. So I'm actually a mum in Australia. I have a couple of kids. They are now 11 and 13. I was a single mum for a while, and I know I actually left my marriage like a little over a decade ago, and I actually had a house buyer on the night before our property settlement. Like we were, and I was getting bugger all at that time anyway, like virtually nothing,
Wow.
because we didn't have a lot. But the house bought buyer with me and the kids on the top floor the night before it was actually due to go through. So I was escaped with my life at midnight with the kids, not much more than a dressing gown on, and you know, actually had nothing because my poor ex had to actually fix that up. So we didn't have any money, and I was literally broke and homeless for a while. I had to sleep on my dad's floor with the kids for a few weeks till I found a crappy rental that had ants and peeling paint in the bathtub.
Oh,
So I
wow.
know that there's probably, yeah, it was just terrible. And I know that there's probably a lot of people that can relate to that sort of thing. So, you know, coming from a marriage breakup, it's very, very hard to recover financially. It can take a very, very long time. And, you know, I'm a really, really independent woman. So although I met another fantastic man, and he obviously, you know, even helped me out before we were, you know, all that serious, I still really needed financial independence. You know, even 2 years ago, I was frustrated with where my business was, which was in the spiritual niche, actually. And at Christmas time, David, I actually had like a meltdown in the hardware store because I was so angry, upset, and frustrated that I couldn't contribute more, you know,
Right.
and it's
And
really
it's
hard.
really it's something I went through, obviously not similar experience to yours, but I've had, financial hardships in the past. Nothing like a house burning down or anything like that, but I know the weight that not having enough to
Oh,
provide can have on a person. And once that, and in a second, by the way, for everyone watching this, obviously we're here to also share with you the results, and you see what kind of a pivot Jane made from that ever since, just in the last 5 weeks. So for
yeah,
everyone that's watching that's maybe in a financial hardship right now, just know that there is a better way. And we're about to
yeah,
get into that in just a second. So Jane, 5 weeks ago, you joined this program, the program
yeah.
with my system. And what happened exactly? First of all, maybe tell us, how did you even find it? What led
Uh,
you to starting to
love
maybe
to
even
tell
look
you.
for money to make money online? Like, was it always a thing you had a nick for, or you just recently looked into it?
Yeah, so I actually had my own business in the spiritual niche. Like I do a bit of counseling and some tarot card reading, that sort of thing. But I actually found it very, very, very draining, and I get health problems, migraines and stuff from it. In actually promoting my own business, I did obviously start to learn a bit about marketing. I really enjoy marketing, but marketing your own business is very, very different to this sort of thing. It's very, very different to affiliate stuff, you know. But I actually joined like a 5-week challenge type of thing back in March. And that led me to another program. It was supposed to be a business. And like a lot of people that I speak to, David, a lot of people didn't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all, you know, cost thousands. So I actually saw some people that were in this program that doesn't work, and they were friends, and I was like, okay, what is this thing they're doing? I can see they're starting to make some money. And I inquired about that, found out what the heck this is, watched you, thought it was like way too good to be true. You know, I'm like, how can these people be making so much money? I don't understand. This is just crazy. I did speak to my friend in detail, so I was like, okay, I trust this person, you know. I think I can do this. I think I can make this work. I have enough pain in my previous job that I am determined enough to do whatever it takes to make this work for me. I'm a very determined person, and I could see this was an amazing opportunity. So that was kind of how, you know, a series of like basically kind of failures. And it's not uncommon. I didn't spend half as much money as other people I talk to every day, David, that have spent thousands and thousands of dollars trying to make things work. Even this morning, a guy is like, Jan, I've tried drop shipping, I've tried Amazon, I tried selling books, secondhand books. I mean, he says, I can't make any money. And well, you got to come on board.
Right, right. Okay, so 5 weeks ago you found it. You joined because the person that you asked about this told you that it works and you saw the results. So what happened since? How much have you? What kind of results did you get in the 5 weeks since you joined?
So I actually have made just under $20,000 now.
In 5 weeks,
Yeah,
your first 5 weeks, you've made close to $20,000. That's incredible. That's incredible. And
it really
how does
is.
that feel to go from struggling, doesn't work to all of a
Um,
sudden 20K in 5 weeks?
Okay, well, this is an interesting thing that I don't think you see a lot of people talking about, and I am really, really happy to talk about because that's what I always wanted to know when I see people like making lots of money. I'm like, look, what does it feel like?
Hmm.
So because it's all very, you know, happened for me in a very, very short space of time, I guess one of the main things is my mind and brain and worldview is still catching up to that.
Hmm.
One of the fantastic things about joining your business, David, is that we become accustomed to seeing people receiving $2,000 payments every day, if not several times a day. So I believe it actually does a really good job of rewiring our thinking to begin with, and we become accustomed to it, you know, and then we start to begin to expect that ourselves. So I made, in my first 5 days, I actually did make my first $2,000 sale.
Hmm. So your
So that's
first
a really,
5 days already got $2,000.
yeah,
And out of the 20,000 that you've made, because a lot of people are
yeah,
watching this right now thinking, I know that there's programs out there where it's 20,000 in sales or something, and you get to keep a small portion of it.
no.
Tell people how much actually do you get to make from all the commissions that you.
Yes, that is a very, very good point because I have seen inferior businesses, you know, and it turns out they've actually spent a lot on ads and things. This is actually profit. Like I haven't actually spent any money.
So you actually made $20,000, close to 20,000, with no ads, no like free traffic. Incredible. Incredible. And let me ask
It's
you, what
phenomenal.
what actually made you like, how was this program when you saw this? What was different about this than all the other stuff that you've seen out there?
Yeah,
Because I'm sure that there's thousands of other programs. And this one is
yeah,
different. So obviously I can sit here and talk about it all day, but I want the users to hear it from someone who's
yeah,
actually joined.
yeah. I have some very, very good points on that actually, David. Um, So I think it's also like really, really pertinent to tell everybody as well that not only did I make that first 2K in 5 days, I actually made $6,000 in the first 9 days. Like,
Mm.
that's just amazing, you know. So
That's what most people make in a month. Like,
yeah, exactly. The other thing as well, and yeah, there's some points I'll bring up later as well, but in answer to your question, what makes this actually an unbelievable program? First of all, it's got an amazing community of positive people, you know, mentors, culture. It's got an extraordinary culture of being very, very progressive, lifting each other up in the community, which I really, really love. Secondly, it is actually a business that we're in, you know, and a lot of affiliate and high ticket affiliate and even low ticket affiliate businesses, or they're actually courses, you know, they're courses. And
yeah,
learning a course, it's a very niche market. You know, not everybody is interested in learning about something in particular, whatever it happens to be. And so, you know, this is actually a business that we're selling, and everybody is interested in a business. Everybody.
right.
I've had people from all walks of life approaching me, not just typical people that are interested in, you know, I've had train drivers, government workers, psychologists. Everybody is interested in this because of the business. We actually have the biggest commissions that I have seen out there.
100%
Uh,
commissions. I mean, how much higher can
and
it go?
not only 100%, but, you know, the top tier of $2,000 commissions, which is pretty much like what I've made the most of. It's
Hmm.
what we make the most of. They are the highest tier commissions that I've seen in any program
Right.
business.
And just for everyone that's watching this, there's actually even higher commissions in the program that you can get to, but we're talking about the most common one. The most common ones that people get are usually the 2000s, and yes, there are even 10,000 and 8,000 and $16,000 commissions, but the more common ones are the 2000. That's the most popular one. So let me
Which
ask you,
I'm
Jane.
not.
So how has making this kind of money changed? Like, has it made a difference in your personal life? Like, what's different now
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
can see that, look, there's a better way, there's a predictable way, and there's this whole community that you didn't even know existed 5 weeks ago, and now you're kind of part of that. So, how are
Yeah.
things different now?
Yeah, things are really different. And I'm so happy, but there is just one thing that I wanted to say as well and let everyone know that the other thing that makes this business so different, David, is that we have you. I mean, you do, like, it's true. You lift us up. You do so much for us within the community to promote the business. It's ridiculous. And there is no other business or course or affiliate thing, not that this is even a course, that actually has you
Hmm.
and that has somebody doing all the follow-up, all the, you know, promotions. I mean, it's just extraordinary. So that's what really makes you stand out among the other things of this particular business.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you for that. So there's a few ways that my life has changed. First of all, now I can finally pretty much, you know, stop the work that I was doing before. That caused me a lot of difficulty, which means that I will have less migraines. Which means I can spend more time with my kids and family and be generally happier. And I feel that I can still assist people, you know, like, because what better way to get people out of poverty than to let them know about this sort of thing, you know? It's just wonderful. So the other thing is this, and this is a really cool thing. So I was at the shops the other day and my daughter was with me and we were getting some packets of lollies for her school camp. And she picked up a packet of sour lollies and she decided after a minute of looking and scanning the lollies that she says, "Oh, Mum, hang on, no, I don't want this one." And she went to put it down. And I said, "Hun, you know you can get as many packets of lollies as you want now. I don't have to worry about the cost of the packets of lollies, you
Hmm.
know?" And then we were at the 7-Eleven, and normally that was after school. The kids all picked up donuts, sushi, and cans of drinks. And I would normally be like, "Guys, can you just maybe put the donuts back? We'll be home soon." And I'm like, you know what? Knock yourself out. You can get
Load it
whatever
up.
you want. It doesn't matter now, you know?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. Just being able to shout my family, shout my friends, not have to worry psychologically over the cost of everyday items like food and clothing and restaurants and presents. You don't have that worry anymore in your life, which is just, I can't even describe it. I don't think I've ever had that in my life.
That is true. That's the beginning of freedom right there. I had a similar experience recently where me and my daughter went to the local electronic shop here, which is Best Buy. And we went there because she was like, well, I'm thinking about getting a new computer. I was like, all right, let's get in the car, let's go, and we just went to the thing, and we picked up a close to $1,600 laptop, like it was a piece of candy, literally. There's no thinking, no nothing. And we're not saying this to brag. We're just portraying this as, look, there's a point that you can get to in your life. For everyone that's watching this, I know that right now a lot of you might not seem to believe that. Similarly to when I first got started, I was $40,000 in debt. Jane, when she first got started, obviously had her own difficulties and stuff. But that can change very quickly. I mean, how quickly? 5 weeks, is that, obviously no guarantees or anything. You can make a lot more, you can make a lot less, you can make nothing at all. It all depends on what you do with this. But there is a point that you can get to where you can walk into any restaurant and order whatever you want and have a good night or a good lunch or a good whatever you want with the people that matter to you the most. And then you can move along your day and do whatever you want to do that day without having to answer to anybody. And it doesn't take long to get to that point. That's the point that I kind of want to make here. And Jane, you're a shining example of that, because to go from not running a business that gives you migraines and stuff to now having freedom. And you've posted many pictures of you having dinner with your family and with your daughter and your son and all that kind of stuff. And that's really cool, because that's what really this business is about. In the beginning, it's mostly about, yes, let me make some money. But after that initial pressure valve kind of releases and the pressure is off, then it's all about, okay, what do we want to do together as a family? What can we do that would make memories, create memories for us? And that's really what it's been for me in my journey online. And I think you can confirm that too for yourself in the short 5 weeks that you've been part of this.
Yeah. There's another amazing thing as well. My hubby is he's an incredibly supportive guy. He's usually quite a conservative man as well. And I didn't actually, because I spent money on things that didn't work previously. I saved up some money to join this, and I didn't tell him that I was joining until I had made some money. And do you know what? Like, he would never have stopped me, bless him, but he's actually going to join the business, David.
Awesome.
Because he's like, well, if both of us are doing this, then we can make twice as much.
Agree.
So he's tightening things up.
Maybe
he's going to come
triple.
on board in a few weeks. Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, because he just it's taken a lot of pressure off him as well, as the main earner in the family. And it's just really changed our lives. And I can't tell you, that night that we went for dinner, that I posted that $1,000 week, basically. I had so much gratitude to you. I never thought in a million years I'd even get to meet you. And one day when I do, maybe meet you in person, I'm just warning you, I will give you a big bear hug. But I really had so much gratitude for you, this guy on the other side of the world that I've never met. I mean, my heart was really, really overflowing. I'm like, my God, this guy is just a saint. He's an angel to be able to bring so much abundance into ordinary people's lives. It's just incredible.
Right. So I'm sure that a lot of people right now are watching this and they're like, okay, so how does it really work? What is it that David does for you guys that makes this work? So from what you see, how is this different from pretty much everything else? In kind of plain terms, for someone that's kind of on the fence about joining, how is this different?
Okay. I would say stop promoting things in niche markets and low ticket products and courses as such. It's a common one in this sort of area. And start promoting a business that's got extraordinarily huge commissions as well as, passive income. I get emails sometimes every day just going, hey Jane, you just made from a different part of and I'm like, wow, that's cool. So we get
Yeah, and
Passive
that's a
income.
great point. That's a great point because a lot of people don't get this. They think that, oh, I'm just starting, so I should start here and then maybe get to here with bigger commissions. No, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because a lot of people don't get that it's actually just as much effort to make $2,000 commissions and even higher commissions than it is to make a $10 or $7 commissions, and you'll just get to where you want faster. I mean, my goal when I was first getting started was just to do $100 a day. That's all I wanted. I just wanted $100 a day, because that would have meant that I didn't have to go to work every day. I didn't have to drive and do all that. $3,000 a month would have basically be the same as what I was making at the time. But when you promote higher ticket products, you can do that in a weekend, as Jane has proven multiple times. I mean, what was
I
your
mean,
highest day so far
I
with the program?
oh, highest day was 4,000 in the day, which in Australia is about just like, I don't know, six $7,000 or
So that's
something. It's
US.
just
That's 4,000
that's
US.
US.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I made close to 10,000 Aussie in like basically a week at one point. I mean, it's just crazy.
And what does
That
the
that was
average
just
person earn in your
in
town?
Australia. Oh, 800 to maybe 12, 13, $1,500 a
So
week.
let's say
Some
4,000, like 4,000 Aussie dollars, which is 3,000 regular like US dollars.
in a week. No,
Oh, no,
in a
in a month.
week.
I mean, in a month.
Oh, in a month. Yeah, that's right. Probably around 4 grand a month. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So, and you made that in a day.
yeah.
For
Well, I made more than that in a day
Well, there you
because
go.
that was, yeah,
That's
yeah.
incredible. That's incredible.
Well, it is incredible. I mean, so I made basically about $10,000 in a week, which and some Aussies, a lot of Aussies might only make, $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Right. So you do in a week what they do in a month.
Yeah,
And you're doing it from home.
yeah, yeah.
There you go. For
And
everyone that's watching, if that's what you're looking to do, then you probably somewhere on this page or wherever you're watching, there's going to be a button for you to click to learn more about this system, so you can check it out. So Jane, I want to maybe actually before we kind of wrap it up, any advice you would give someone that's maybe on the fence and they're kind of watching this and they're like,
yeah.
I've kind of been trying to find the right program for a long time. Like, what advice would you give someone who's thinking
Okay.
about joining, but not sure?
What you're going to know is that David does all the follow-ups, does extra promotions for us. He really does a lot to help the business for us. This is David's own business as well, isn't it, David? This is your business. So
Right.
you put amazing stuff in it for us. You're working on it too. You share it with us from what I can see. So you put 100% effort into this for us. The other thing is as well that I have seen countless people selling, shakes and potions and, supplements and courses. And I'm telling you, like, I tried to sell a $10 product online and I could not sell it. I couldn't sell. I spent hundreds of dollars on ads and I didn't sell one.
Hmm.
And it cost me thousands of dollars to get into that. And this is um, this is a serious business. And if you sit around and think about it and just think that it's too good to be true, then you are missing out on changing your entire life in a very short space of time. And to be able to finally, do all the things that you want to do in your life without worrying about it, it's just you just have to do it. You have to take a leap of faith in yourself as well, that you have the confidence to be able to make it work, and with all the help and the support in the community and David doing like all the work, you really cannot lose.
Great
You
advice.
have to
Great
just
advice.
have to
And
just
and
jump
not
on.
to mention that all these shakes and potions and lotions and stuff. I mean, obviously they have their own demand and they have their own market and stuff. But in my opinion, what we're doing here is just the beginning. Like, there is always going to be people who are looking to work from home. This is a growing market that grows way faster than we could ever fulfill this demand ever. And there's room to grow and triple and quadruple and all that kind of stuff in a very, very short period of time for all of us. Like, someone that joins this program is not going to take away from me or from you. It's only going to add to everyone's business because we
Yeah.
can serve more people that way. So
Yeah.
so yeah, so if you've tried stuff
I
in the past
definitely,
and it didn't work, don't worry, we all have. Like, that's a common thing.
yeah.
But just know that it's possible to get plugged into something that requires no inventory, nothing to ship, nothing to store in your garage, no people to manage. Like a lot of people might be wondering, Jane, do you have like a team of 5 people working for you? No,
No,
it's a
no.
one man show.
And it takes like 20, 15 minutes to set up. It's no more difficult than setting up an account because that's all we're doing. There's no tag. There's nothing.
There you go.
It takes, you can be rocking and rolling and earning money within 15 minutes of signing up.
Perfect, perfect. So, Jane, any last words for our viewers? Thank you first of all for, sharing your experience so far, and I'm sure that this will help a lot of people that are watching this to make the right decision for them, and click the button below and basically join. So, any final words for our viewers?
Oh, just take a leap of faith and change your life. I cannot tell you the feelings that I have been able to experience of freedom and joy and gratitude since coming on and relief for my whole family as well. It's something I've never experienced before in my life. Even when there's times when you might come into a little bit of money, you get a few thousand back from your tax or, this or that. It still doesn't compare because you kind of know in the back of your mind that that's finite, but you know that this is not finite. It just keeps coming in, so it doesn't
This is
matter.
just the beginning, Jane. Like, we're just getting started with this. Like, I mean that because here's the thing, and it's kind of something that, like, I wouldn't say embarrassing or anything, but here's the thing, guys. A lot of you don't know this, but when I first got started with my own system, I didn't get results like a lot of the members are getting right now because the version that I had was version 1. Now we're at like version 12, 13, and I keep optimizing this all the time. So when new members come in, they get the latest version, the best performing, the highest converting, and you basically are hopping into like a high speed bullet train kind of thing, where before it was like pretty fast, but now it's even better. So I really look forward to see what kind of and it's incredible to see the amount of results that everyday people have been getting in the group. And you see people that get first commission within their first few days, just like Jane, and then the next day they get, I mean, we had one member that joined, and literally his first day he posted the first commission of $100. And I thought, wow, that's pretty nice. A few hours went by, he posted another one. Hey, I just made another $100. I was like, pretty good start, not bad. The next day, he started the day by posting, hey, I just made $1,000. I was like, wow, that's a big jump. And then a few hours later, guess what? He posted again that he made another $1,000. I was like, that is like, I haven't done that when I first got started with my own system. And it again, I'm not saying that because I'm jealous or anything, but it's cool to see that people are producing, and this is finally something that is not tilted towards only the creator of it making money, because there's plenty of programs like that, and I've been part of those. You've been part of those. We've all been part of those, where it's like one guy with like a shiny Italian Ferrari in the background making all the money, and you join the program, and the person that you joined is making all the money, and the members are making jack squat. And they're like, it would be nice if one day I could do that. That's not what this is. This is totally different. This is all about, I've built this for people like you watching right now, like Jane, like everyone else that's in the system, because you're getting plugged into something that's already working. And all you got to do is just do a little bit of setup. I mean, how long did it take you to get everything going, Jane, when you first got started?
Really, it only takes about 15 minutes.
There you go.
It doesn't take, I mean,
Yeah. And
it's easy as setting up an account, really. It's it.
there you go. Great. So thank you again for sharing your experience with
Thank
the
you, Dekel.
program.
Yeah.
And for everyone that's watching, if you're interested to learn more, simply click down below, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye. Thanks, Jane.